Every single day your city is alive with this powerful, kind of invisible rhythm. It's a pulse that connects millions of us through our most ordinary, everyday actions. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden heartbeat and see what really makes our world tick.
So let me ask you this. What could your morning shower possibly have in common with the heartbeat of your entire city? I know it sounds a little strange, but that simple act of just turning on the water, it's a piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. Your shower, making that morning coffee, flushing the toilet, all these tiny little moments are contributions to this massive, predictable cycle. And believe me, understanding that cycle is absolutely key to keeping our modern world running.
The official name for what we're talking about is diurnal flow. Now, it sounds super technical, right? But the idea behind it is actually really simple. Diurnal just means something that happens over a 24-hour cycle, like day and night. So diurnal flow is just the daily rhythm of water use in a community. And it paints this surprisingly accurate picture of our collective lives.
Really, the best way to wrap your head around this is to think of it as the city's hidden heartbeat. It's this vital, predictable pulse that water treatment professionals they're listening to it every single day.
And I'm not just being poetic here. This isn't just some clever metaphor. For the engineers and the operators at a water facility, this daily rhythm is everything. It's their roadmap. It tells them exactly when the system's going to be under stress and when things will quiet down. It's this predictable pulse that lets them manage the absolutely immense flow of water coming from all of our homes.
Okay, so to really get a grip on this heartbeat, let's start small. Let's zoom in and look at a community where that connection between what people are doing and the flow of water is just crystal clear.
All right, picture a typical day, right? Around 7 a.m., alarm clocks start blaring. People hop in the shower, use the toilet, make breakfast. All of that activity, it creates this big initial surge of wastewater. Then later, maybe around 6 p.m., you get another burst. People are getting home, they're cooking dinner, running dishwashers, doing laundry, and then you fast forward to 1 a.m. Pretty much everyone is asleep and water usage just drops to almost nothing.
And here's what that looks like. That morning routine creates a huge spike in the flow. We call that the morning peak. Then the evening stuff creates a second, slightly smaller peak. And in the dead of night, you see what's called the night valley, this deep trough where the whole system kind of gets to take a breath. In a small town, this pattern is super sharp, it's clear, and it happens right away.
But what happens when that small town explodes into a sprawling metropolis? Does that heartbeat just get bigger and louder? Well, not exactly. Something really fascinating happens to the pattern. It actually starts to flatten out.
See, the thing is, wastewater doesn't just teleport from your house to the treatment plant. It has to travel, sometimes for miles and miles, through this huge network of underground pipes at a steady, engineered pace. In a really big, complex sewer system, the water from your 7 a.m. shower might not even get to the plant for hours.
This comparison really shows you the difference perfectly. In a big city, water from a 7 a.m. shower in one neighborhood starts to mix with water from an 8 a.m. shower miles and miles away. You've got millions of people on all sorts of different schedules, and that, plus the long travel times, just averages everything out. There's a technical term for it, attenuation, but really, it just dampens and delays those peaks, creating a much smoother, more stable flow pattern.
Now, we have this nice, predictable daily rhythm, but there's another major force that can just throw a wrench in the whole works, the weather. A single storm can totally change the city's heartbeat.
This all happens because of something called infiltration and inflow, or II for short. The easiest way to think about it is clean water that's sneaking into the sewer system where it just doesn't belong. We're talking about rainwater and groundwater getting in through little cracks in the pipes, leaky joints, or even through manhole covers.
And it has this, it's a surprising, almost counterintuitive effect. So when it rains, the total amount, the sheer volume of water rushing into the treatment plant goes way, way up. But because all that extra water is relatively clean rainwater, the concentration of the actual pollutants goes down. It's kind of like adding water to your coffee. You get more liquid in the cup, but the coffee itself gets weaker.
So we have our daily routines, the size of the city, and the weather all messing with this flow. So what? Why does understanding this heartbeat matter so much? Well, it's because it is absolutely essential for the people running the treatment plant.
These plant operators are seriously skilled professionals, and they rely on this predictable rhythm to make critical decisions all day, every day. They're not just sitting back and reacting to whatever water shows up. No way. They are anticipating the city's pulse and actively managing the entire system to stay in sync with it.
Their entire day is basically built around this flow. First, they're constantly monitoring the pattern, looking for anything that seems out of the ordinary. Then, they use that quiet night valley we talked about to schedule all the crucial maintenance, like cleaning a pump when you can take it offline without risking a backup somewhere. And most importantly, they are actively controlling the treatment process itself to handle those daily peaks and valleys.
For example, during that morning peak, when the water is, let's say, dirtiest, they have to pump a lot more oxygen into it for the good microbes that do the cleaning work. And during really high flows, they have to carefully manage these giant settling tanks, they're called clarifiers, to make sure solids don't get washed out and end up back in the environment. Getting this stuff wrong, it's just not an option. It's this constant, delicate balancing act, all choreographed to the rhythm of the city.
So at the end of the day, what's so incredible is that our millions of individuals' seemingly tiny actions, making coffee, washing the dishes, taking a shower, they all combine to create this single, powerful, and predictable rhythm. And it's this collective heartbeat that makes it possible to manage the vast, invisible infrastructure that keeps our cities healthy and safe.
It's our shared daily life, written in the flow of water. Pretty cool to think about, right? Thanks for tuning in for this explainer.